Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to be installing XS3 brakes from TBM. The XS3 line came out about a year and a half ago, and it is a new product line for those familiar with TBM and the drag brakes with the scalloped rotors. These are a street brake that have a 12.1 inch vented rotor. They also feature a 4-piston caliper with 1 3/4 pistons. Some of the other features that you'll find on the TBM XS3 line are going to be integrated speed sensors on most of the hub kits. As well, you will see that they come in 5 different colors. Choices of colors are black, yellow, blue, red, and as you will see installed here, gunmetal gray. The reason I chose to go with this route on my car is, as of currently, Rocky Mountain Race Week requires vented rotors on the front of any car that is going to be pulling a trailer that does not have trailer brakes. Now, that event is on my bucket list if they ever decide to go back to the Rocky Mountains, because, well, you know, the great flatlands of Nebraska Race Week just doesn't have quite the same appeal to it now, does it? Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get going on the install. First step here, once you get your factory brakes off, is going to be that you are going to cut the 2 ears off. You're going to have one ear here, one ear up here. They're going to get cut off. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take these 2 dust shield bolt holes. You're going to drill those out for a 3/8 by 16 thread. The next step here is to install your 1/2 inch lug studs in the hubs. As you're installing each wheel stud, apply a drop of red Loctite, torque to 60 foot-pounds. With the hub upside down, you're going to place the rotor on top of it. Install each rotor bolt with a dab of Loctite. Torque to 18 foot-pounds. Optional step before we pack bearings is to install speed sensor ring. If your TBM hub looks like this, with 5 small drilled machine screw holes on the backside, you will use the direct mount kit. It will come with the speed sensor ring, the hardware, and the speed sensor itself. If your hub does not look like this, it just has a smooth round circle in here, you will get the press-on kit. It will have the same speed sensor and the same reluctor wheel, but it will also include a machined ring that will press on there that your speed sensor ring will then attach to. On each machine screw, apply a dab of blue Loctite. Each caliper bracket is machined and drilled to the Hall effect sensor. The M5 connector will pass through the large hole and the small hole is where the machine screw will pass through. The kit will include 2 shims. Shim as required. The sensor should be between 30 thousandths and 100 thousandths from the reluctor wheel when installed. Care should be taken when installing the M5 cable onto the connector, as the pins are very small, very susceptible to damage if misaligned. Next up is to pack the bearings with grease. Each caliper bracket bolt, apply red Loctite to the threads. Torque to 37 foot-pounds. caliper bracket installed. It's time to install the hub with the casting. With the hub and rotor mounted, it's time to install the caliper. For this step, install the caliper bolts dry, drop the pads in, and you're going to check the caliper alignment to the rotor. When we're talking about shimming the calipers, if you put the shims between the caliper and the caliper bracket, it moves the caliper in. If you put the shims between the caliper bracket and the spindle, it moves the caliper out. With the pad shimming complete, it's time to reinstall the pad retaining pin. The final step is to connect your 3AN brake line. On a 3rd gen with factory style suspension, you will use an 18-inch 3AN line and a 3/8 by 24 hardline adapter. To complete this install, we're going to zip tie to secure the M5 cable for the speed sensor to the brake line, and then also to the body. All the fasteners have been Loctited and torqued. The 3AN brake line has been installed. The last thing to do is to install your cotter pin. Once the cotter pin's in place, go ahead, install your dust cap back on, and then proceed with bleeding your brakes as you normally would. One thing worth mentioning, that with the 4-piston calipers of either the XS3 line or the F3X, we would want a master cylinder with a 1.032-inch bore master cylinder with between a 6 and a 7-to-1 pedal ratio. Alright, so as you can see, it really was not too bad of an install. A little bit of attention to detail, particularly when it comes to shimming, because these are a fixed caliper design. And then once bled, lends to a very, very nice pedal feel. Looking forward to getting back out on the road and putting some miles on these brakes. If you like this video, there's gonna be 2 of them right here that I think you might enjoy. Thanks for watching, have a nice night.